Have you ever heard your own heartbeat so clearly, it starts to drive you insane? What happens when you're trapped in a room so silent, you can hear the blood rushing behind your eyes? Would you survive if the only voice you heard was from someone you loved? Who died years ago? Right now. Imagine this. You wake up on a cold floor. The walls are soft but suffocating. There's no window, no door, no sound, not even the echo of your own scream. This isn't just a nightmare. This is the quietest place on earth. And someone, or something, is waiting for you to listen. It starts with the sound of nothing. Not a hum, not a buzz, not even the faint whisper of your own breath. Just a heavy, pressing silence, so thick it feels alive. Like it's waiting. I wake up on my back. On something soft but unsteady, foam. Maybe. My skin is clammy. My head is spinning. And there's this strange tightness in my chest. Like my body remembers something horrible. Even if my mind doesn't. My eyes open slowly. The light doesn't hurt, because there is none. Everything is a dull gray. Like fog swallowed the room. I try to sit up. I can't. My limbs feel like they're underwater. Not paralyzed, but not mine either. And that's when the panic sets in. Where am I? Why can't I move? What happened before this? Nothing answers. Of course it doesn't. Eventually, I manage to roll to my side. Then up onto my knees. Every movement feels disconnected, like I'm controlling myself with broken strings. I force myself to stand, swaying, and then I see the walls. They're covered in uneven black panels, strange, jagged foam, like something from a science lab. They absorb everything. I clap. Nothing. I stomp. Still nothing. No echo. Not even a bounce. The silence is unnatural. You don't realize how much of life is made of background noise, air vents, birds, your own clothing rustling, until all of it is gone. And when it's gone, the only thing left is you. Your blood, your breath, your thoughts, clawing at the inside of your skull. That's when the whispers begin. No, not real ones, not yet. Just your brain trying to fill the void. You think you hear a name, or a sigh, but it's you. You're the only sound left in the universe. I yell out, or try to. It comes out broken, raspy. My throat is dry, my voice weak. Not from fear, from something else. Drugs, maybe, I don't know. Then I find the note. A thin square of paper. Almost silent as it drifts down from above. Day 1. Listen. That's it. I scream again, louder this time, but the sound dies before it reaches the wall. The foam eats everything, even me. And suddenly, I realize this isn't a room. It's a coffin, with lights. That night, or what I assumed was night, the silence started to change. It didn't stay empty. It started whispering back. Time stops meaning anything after a while. There's no window to watch the sun move. No clock. No meals. No footsteps. Not even a single creak of the walls to break the stillness. Just me, trapped in a room where even my own heartbeat feels like an intruder. I don't remember sleeping. Maybe I blacked out. Maybe the silence swallowed time itself. But eventually, a soft stream of water pours from a hidden pipe above, just long enough for me to scramble beneath it, mouth open like a thirsty animal. I don't care if it's clean. I don't care if it burns. I just drink. And when it stops, a second note falls from the ceiling. Day 2. Do you hear them yet? Hear who? I tear the note apart just to hear something, anything. The paper rips like snow breaking underfoot. I draw it out, slow and deliberate, relishing the brittle crackle of dry fibers splitting apart. It's pathetic, but it's the only thing keeping me from going insane. No food comes that day. Only silence, and my stomach groaning like a dying machine. Have you ever heard your own intestines sloshing in your belly? When there's no ambient sound to distract you, even your digestion sounds like thunder. It's disgusting, unnatural, and worse, it feels personal. Like my body is mocking me. Like it's whispering, "You did this to us." I press my hands to my ears. I try to hum, talk, sing, but my voice cracks, brittle and dry. My throat burns. They're doing this on purpose, limiting water so I can't speak. Can't scream, can't fight back, but I stay conscious. And that, I think, is the point. That night, something shifts. I hear her voice for the first time. Soft, trembling, familiar. Please, make it stop. It hurts so much. I freeze. Linda? Ryan? I'm so sorry, please help me. My knees hit the floor. It's my wife. My dead wife. I want to believe I'm dreaming. But I'm wide awake. My eyes are dry. My throat burns. My body aches. This isn't a dream. I don't know if I'm hallucinating or remembering, or if the room is doing something to me. But I hear her. And God help me, I believe her. The next day. Another note. Day 3. Accept it. And with it, food. A strange, dense loaf of bread, filled with seeds and vegetables. Shaped like it was made in a lab. I tear into it like a starving dog. And for the first time in days, I hear a real sound, the crunch, the rip, the wet chew of food in my mouth. It's beautiful. It's everything. But it's gone too fast. And then it's back to the silence. Back to the voices. The hallucinations begin to feel like memories. A man in a lab coat. A signature on a clipboard. A word, Orcas. Why are you asking me these questions? I remember saying, you already have my consent. Because, the man replied, you might get the chance to talk to her again. That's when I remember the last real thing I ever felt. Guilt. Somewhere between day 4 and 5. I stop sleeping altogether. The silence becomes layered, a tapestry of soft murmurs. Voices. Not just Linda's. Men, women, children. They don't say much. Just weep, whisper, plead, help me, don't leave, I'm still here. It hurts. My ears ring, my head pounds. I cry until my chest aches. But I still listen, because if I stop listening, I'll forget why I'm here. And I can't forget, not again. By the 6th day, I finally understand something terrifying. The whispers aren't hallucinations, they're memories, but not mine. They belong to the dead. And they're all screaming for a way back. By now, the voices are no longer distant. They surround me, weaving in and out of my breath, hiding beneath my heartbeat, curling around each silent second like smoke. And the worst part? They've begun to sound real. Not like hallucinations, not like memories. They whisper with intent, as if they know I'm here. And they want me to listen. It starts with one word, whispered clearly, right into my ear. Ryan. I spin around, heart pounding. Nothing. Then again. Ryan, it's not safe. Stay away. Stay away. Her voice. Linda. Even now, even with everything I know, or think I know, her voice cuts through the madness like a lighthouse in fog. I sit in the corner, arms around my knees, listening, desperate, terrified, because there's something worse than hearing nothing. It's hearing too much, and knowing none of it can help you. Day 5. A note falls from the ceiling. As always, the voices will set you free. But what they don't say is that freedom has a cost. Because the voices are no longer soft. They scream now. Hundreds of them. Thousands. Overlapping. Echoing. Crying. Pleading. Please. It's burning. Where's my son? Don't leave me again. He said we'd be free. I cover my ears. I scream until my throat is raw. But it's no use. There is no silence anymore. Only agony that has forgotten how to die. On the 6th day, another voice speaks. Small, shaking. A child. You can hear us now. Can't you? You're not like the others. That makes you real. Who are you? I whisper. My name is Alex. We were part of the Orcas Project. That name again. Orcas. It's burned into my memory like a branding iron. And suddenly, the fragments start falling into place. I remember the conversation. The clipboard. The sterile room. The hollow eyes of the man who never gave his name. We're going to try something radical. He'd said, there's a theory that death isn't the end. Just disconnection. This chamber helps you reconnect. To what? To the dead? The voices don't answer. But the notes do. Day 7. Don't fight it. They need you. Day 8. You're almost there. And on day 9, I hear her again. Ryan, I forgive you. I break. Not just emotionally. Everything breaks. My understanding of life, of death, of memory, of sanity. Because Linda's voice isn't just in my head. It's beside me, behind me, in front of me, everywhere. And it's not the only one anymore. They start telling me things. Names, ages, causes of death. Henry Jones, 75. Lung cancer. Peter Dawson, 32. ALS. David Lawrence, 56. Heart failure. Alex Morse, we don't know what happened to him. I stare at the list in my hands. Another note. Dropped silently like the others. These were the subjects. These were the voices. Not ghosts. Not hallucinations. Trapped consciousness. Souls, or fragments of them, preserved inside the anechoic chamber. screaming in the final moment of death, and stuck there forever. That was the truth behind the Orcas Project. A secret experiment, to see if the human soul could be preserved or reconnected by stripping away all stimuli. They created this chamber to amplify what was left when everything else was gone. And what remained was pain. No heaven, no peace, only the echo of suffering. They gave me one final message. A sequence. A way out. 7 buttons, hidden behind the foam. Push them in the right order, and the door opens. But before I left, she spoke one last time. We're still here, Ryan. Don't forget us. And I promised I wouldn't, even if I did escape. I knew the silence would never truly leave me. Part 4. The escape, and the horror that followed. I didn't expect them to help me. But they did. The voices, the ones that once screamed, whispered, pleaded, became something else in the end. They became guides. One by one, they led me to the hidden points in the walls. 7 in total, behind the thick, suffocating foam. I didn't see them, no one could, but I felt them. Faint pulses of warmth, vibrations beneath my fingers, like the heartbeat of a dying machine. I pressed the first, then the second, and with each press, the voices grew softer, calmer, as if the very act of helping me gave them peace or purpose. The final button was buried near the floor, beneath the panel where I had relieved myself for days. I hesitated, not because I didn't want to leave, but because I was terrified of what waited outside. When the last button clicked, the foam wall in front of me slowly peeled open, not with noise, but with absence, like sound being sucked out of the air. Beyond it stood a man, tall, clean-shaven, wearing a dark suit and a badge that said Artifacts. His face did not smile, but his eyes did. Welcome back, Ryan, he said gently. You made it. I stumbled into the light, and for the first time in what felt like years, I heard the real world. The whir of overhead lights, the subtle buzz of electricity, my own feet on tile, and the sound of air rushing into my lungs. I collapsed, not from exhaustion, from relief. And yet, the voices didn't stop. He knelt beside me, placing a hand on my shoulder. You heard them, didn't you? The names? He asked. I nodded, weakly, automatically. And then, like a child reciting a bedtime prayer, I listed them. Henry Jones, Peter Dawson, Alex Morse, David Lawrence. He nodded back, satisfied. You did well. You connected. Most subjects don't survive past day 3. His words hit me harder than any scream. Most don't survive? How many had they sent in before me? You've completed your purpose, he said. Artifacts thanks you. This concludes your participation in the Orcas Project. That was it. No apology, no explanation, just a conclusion. They sent me home with a bottle of water, a folder of NDAs, and a check I've never opened. But I never really left the chamber, because the silence followed me. At first, it was only at night. When I closed my eyes, I'd hear them whispering again, faint, almost like dreams. Don't forget us. We're still here. Sometimes I hear children laughing behind the walls. Sometimes I hear Linda calling my name from the next room, even when I'm alone. I tried to go outside more, to fill my life with noise, music, crowds, laughter. But the louder the world gets, the louder they get too, hiding just behind the sound. In the quiet moments, those little silences between heartbeats, they return. I've learned to live with it, I think. I talk to them now, quietly, in my kitchen, on walks, in the mirror. They're not always kind, but they're mine. They remind me of what I did, what I saw, what I survived, and what's waiting for all of us on the other side of silence. What if the soul isn't some glowing light? What if it's just a voice, echoing forever in a place no one can hear? I left that chamber, but I brought the silence with me. And one day, when it's my time to go, I think I'll finally hear what Linda was trying to say. And now, the silence fades into something gentler, like a breeze brushing past your thoughts. The chamber grows distant, its walls dissolving in mist. You're here, you're safe. The echoes stay behind, where they belong. So breathe, and let the last whisper drift away. Not all voices are meant to be heard. What do you think about this topic? Don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to stay updated on our latest videos. We'd love to hear from you. For now, goodbye and see you next time.